Hi everyone, and welcome to my first live broadcast from my Greece for Visitors account. I'm deTraci Regula. You know me as your Greece for Visitors guide and guide at Go Greece. And my problem is that unfortunately I'm not in Greece, and many of us are feeling the same way. Almost every year I have been in Greece for September, and I'm missing it very badly. Last year I led a wonderful group of women through Crete and some of the magic in the rest of Greece as well, and I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to do that, because this year it looks like there's no Greece in my future for a while. So like many other people, I'm really having difficulty coping with the lack of Greece in my life, which is why I'm here with this huge box. I'm desperate for Greece, and so I've made a big purchase from Diane Kochilas' website. She's one of the prominent chefs of Greece, and now she's offering a lot of Greek products on it, and also people are bringing me things from Greece that they've had lying about or whatever, and trying to get me through my lack of Greece. So I'm trying to assuage my desire for Greece with some good Greek foods. I haven't opened this up yet, so I'm having fun doing that, and I'm hoping that you'll share it with me too. The first thing out of the box is a wonderful package of Greek oregano, and I'm sure you all know that Greek oregano is just absolutely the best. I'm going to open this up right now and just get a little smell of Greece. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. It just makes me want to run into my kitchen and start cooking, and it is the taste of Greece. Can't beat it. So I've got my Greek oregano here. And what next? What else did I get? I got organic Corinth currants dried in the shade. And this is very exciting to me too. And I'm going to open these up. And the legend on the back says, Corinth currants have been known to the ancient Greeks since the times of Homer. They've been cultivated until now in the area of Nemea and are part of the healthy Mediterranean diet. And these are black Corinth grapes, and they are dried in purpose-built drying tents where the fruits are placed one by one. And they get direct exposure to all that wonderful Greek sunshine. And you can see these are really, really tiny little currants. And these are so good if you throw them in some rice or anything else. And I'm going to just throw them into my mouth right now. I was in Corinth on my last trip. We went through Corinth, visiting some of the old sites up on the Corinth. And then we also went down to Kenkri and visited temples there. These are delicious. I'm suggesting putting them in green salads and gourmet cuisine. I totally approve. And it's funny the things that you miss, because one of the things that I missed, I was so glad to get in this box, are these melakuni. These particular ones come from Rhodes, but they're, you know, the typical sesame seed and honey bar. And when I'm in Greece, I just run on these. I always feel like the honey of Greece is really empowering me and keeping me going. So that is definitely something I'm going to be enjoying. And then there were some things that I just couldn't resist. The kavramodakia with Cretan cheese. This is a great baked Cretan snack. I've never had these in Crete or elsewhere, so I'm really happy to try one of these now. They're just these little, very cheesy type of pastries. These are wonderful. Kavramodakia with Cretan cheese. And you can see this Cretan on the cover. I have seen him in real life and seen his picture around quite a bit too. Real Palikari. And then I'm so excited about this olives, the really good kind. These are organic olives, the Thrumpa Thasu type, and these are from Thasos, so I'm very, very excited about that. And then this I didn't order. This was one of the, friendly gifts given to me, like, you're not in Greece, but here, have this olive oil that was in Greece. And this is Prune Estates Ultra Premium Organic Greek Olive Oil. It's USDA approved organic as well, cold extraction oil, and I can't wait to be using this on salads and to be working with it. So I love the bottle too. It seems like a very Greek temple-like bottle. So it's a very flat bottle, black glass, beautiful. Let's see what else we've got. Okay. Now, unfortunately, I made the mistake of opening up this box, and before I could save them, almost all of my pistachio bars had found a place in someone else's mouth. This is one of my favorite confections from Greece. This is the Dionysos brand, and this is it's just excellent. And these are really, really fresh and beautiful. They're almost too pretty to eat, but so much for that. I'm going to save the rest of this for later. That was so good. And here we have the black prune olives. These are big and juicy ones. And these are coming out of, looks like Kaveri Argos in Attica. So prune olives, sunflower oil, olive oil, and acetic acid in these. And they've been oven dried, which is kind of a little bit different. So I'm really looking forward to trying these out too. What else do I have? Oh, and this I just could not resist. And at this point, I probably should have had a handy scissors. But this is a rock samphire preserve. And I'm very interested in cooking with this and seeing what it's really like. And so, you know what? I'm going to run and get a scissors so you can see the rest of these things. Okay, I'm back, and we will excavate the rock samphire. So I'm trying to, via the magic of mail order, bring forward some of the things that I normally get in Greece, but this is new to me. So let's see how this is. It's preserved in brine. And this is supposed to be highly nutritious with lots of trace elements in it and everything. So I'm going to be working with a rock samphire because I've never seen it before. Even in Greece, I've not seen it. Okay, and there goes our black prune olives. And let's see what else I've got here. It's been a while since I made this order. I've been meaning to do this little video, and so it's been waiting for me to really dive into it. Ooh, preserved peppers. I'm going to be so happy doing this. I'm going to get myself some lamb and cook it with my new Greek oregano and enjoy some baked lamb. Fileto piperia. These are the Florina peppers. They're so popular in northern Greece, and so I've got a whole jar to play with. These look delicious. Let's see what they smell like. Oh, so peppery. That is Greece. That is Greece. And it's a wonderful smell. Beautiful color. Hope you can see this. Okay. What's next on our Greek provisioning parade here? Alrighty. It's not quite archaeology, but it has the feeling of it. They wrap these things so well and so beautifully. They all came through. Oh yes, this was a last-minute addition I made. Tomato dip with olive oil, capers, and wild oregano. And this comes from Santorini, one of our favorite islands. And of course, no one has better tomatoes than Santorini. So I'm really going to be enjoying this. This looks delicious. It's got, you can see the big capers in there too. Let's just open it up. Yeah. That is going to be such fun. Alrighty. And since all these things are important, I'm going to have to consider my guest list very carefully when I start sharing out these things. So, we're going to have to be Grecophiles. And here's some olive oil from Greece. Beautiful, beautiful bottle. And yes, oh no, this is Petinesi. This is pure grape must, which can be used in a variety of ways in cooking and in other things. And so this is the product of all organic farming, and I'm going to be looking forward to using this. And this is from Wisdom of Nature, Organic Grape Products in Koutsi, Corinth. All right, so that's going to be very fun to use. It's a popular ingredient here where I am. I'm actually in Sonoma County, California, and that's a blessing because to at least uninitiated eyes, it looks a lot like Greece, and the major products in my area are grapes and olives, so that's not too bad in terms of keeping me happy while I'm away from Greece. And what have we got coming out here? Ooh, doesn't that just look good? You can just tell that's going to be good. This is one of the spoon sweets, which are traditionally served with water to greet guests. And this is made with 100% Greek fruit, and it's bergamot. And most of us just know that as like an essential oil or a scent, but it's actually a fruit as well. So it's got the bergamot, sugar, and lemon juice, and that just looks beautiful. I'm going to stir some of the syrup into some soda water too, which is a way of making a very nice beverage out of it as well. Well, we're kind of getting down to the bottom of the pile. Ooh, another melancholy. Yay! We will have a meeting with that later. I, never used to understand the joy of watching somebody else open things and eat, but it's become quite popular as we've all gone into COVID-19 broadcasting to just open things up and kind of share the joy. Oh, isn't this a cute little package? This is dried figs with Maver Daphne and black pepper. I adore Maver Daphne. It was one of my literal first tastes of Greece many years ago. I was introduced to it by a friend of mine, and I just loved at that time in my early youth the sweeter wines, and I just fell in love with Maver Daphne. And then a good friend of mine once sent me a case of it for my birthday, and so I got to be very indulgent with Maver Daphne for a long time, and I've never forgotten that. So I'm looking forward to enjoying these dried figs in Maver Daphne and black pepper. That just sounds so good. They recommended serving it as an appetizer, and that it also goes very well with Cretan raki. And so I hope to try both, though I don't have any raki here. I have some at my other house, carefully preserved, but I don't have any that I brought home. And usually when I brought it home pretty much wrapped like this, a water bottle that's been taped and thoroughly wrapped in newspaper and then thoroughly wrapped in bubble wrap, and then you pray that you're not going to have someone that insists that you undo all that to show them what it is. So, but right now, I'm very anxiously starting to prepare another trip to Greece with a group, which looks like it's going to be fall of 2021, and I just hope it goes through. Now this is Masara olive oil, and I love the Masara plain in Crete. That's one of the most beautiful places, and this is extra virgin, and it is a superior category olive oil, and it is all cold extracted, and I'm going to really look forward to this. And by buying it this way, I'm hoping to avoid a big problem with olive oil from Greece and everywhere else, that a lot of olive oil is adulterated. It is not pure olive oil. and there's really just no comparison with the real olive oils of Greece and some of what's being sold over here. So I'm very happy to have some powerful olive oil to use in different ways and to bring me back to Crete, because I believe my travels to Greece keep me healthy. I think the foods are very inspiring to the body, that we actually get good nutrition when we're traveling there in Greece, as long as you try to eat the Greek diet. And, you know, I always do. And I really, really feel that it is an important way of getting some nutrients that I don't get from foods over here or in other countries. I really think Greece, and Crete especially, have some of the best food on earth. And you know, everything you hear about the Mediterranean diet, I want to tell you something about the Mediterranean diet. There's nothing that Mediterranean about the Mediterranean diet. All the initial research on the many benefits of the Mediterranean diet all took place on Crete. It's based on the Cretan diet. It's based on Greek food, as specifically Cretan food. So when you hear about the Mediterranean diet, yes, the rest of the Mediterranean has some very, very good food. I'm not saying that. But the actual benefits of the Mediterranean diet were all based on research done on Crete and what the Cretans were eating. Now here, this is not from Crete, it's from Oregano, and it's pistachio butter. And I love pistachio cake, and I'm going to try and make a very good pistachio cake with this pistachio butter. This is also from the Dionysus brand, which makes the bars that have been disappearing so quickly around my house. And I'm sure that that will be excellent as well. Okay. One or two more things. This might be the end of it. Oh no. Well, if it is, it is. At least I have lots of good things to eat, and hopefully I've inspired you to think about getting some of the things that we would normally be getting in Greece, getting it through another way. As I mentioned, I did it through Diane Kochilas, and I'm not getting compensated in any way, shape, or form for going through this. I just bought it in a moment of, I've got to have some Greek food, and so this was all sent. But there's many other places. Parthenon Foods also has a good online ordering system too. And there's other places that you can get good Greek food. But I'm very happy with the quality and the wrapping of all of these items. So that's Diane Kochilas, that's Kochilas. And here's another Greek spoon sweet, and this is quince. And one of the reasons I wanted to get the quince is that quince was a huge food for the ancient Minoans. And so there's a lot of quince-related cooking and other things tied into the ancient Minoan civilization. And I'm not sure if you can actually see it. This is my little Minoan bee from Eleutheria, which I got this past September when I was on Crete. So this comes from a magnificent burial of 4 priestesses at the site of Eleutheria. And they all had beautiful jewelry, and this is one of the things that can be acquired, and it's double-sided, so as the original was. And it's my little Minoan bee. So I'm wearing that to remind me of Greece, and especially my beloved Crete. So this is the last of it. It's the quince. I'll try and put together maybe an ancient Minoan meal, which would be a little bit different from a Greek meal, but not very, and see how we do on that. Okay, well, I think that's it. I hope you've enjoyed going through my big box of Greek food, my big fat Greek food box, and that it will inspire you to remember your wonderful times in Greece and start to plan for your return to Greece, as I am too. So, blessings to you all, and I hope you've enjoyed this little moment of Greek food on my Greece for Visitors Facebook page. Blessings. Bye-bye.